Libra, welcome to your mid-September general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Libra. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Libra. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Libra and cross-watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear and set the energy for you guys, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Libra. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life from now to the end of the month. That spirit wants to talk to you about what is happening, unfolding for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone dealing with the Libra? What is going on? My goodness. Okay, the cards flew out. Receptive, open heart, softness, and vulnerability. And then we have purifying. Oh my goodness, you guys got 3 cards. Purge, healing, and clean energy, and then confessions. Unexpected message, unveiling, and justification. Oh my goodness, this feels like someone is finally ready to say something to you, Libra, that is going to help you understand the situation more, that is going to solidify something to you of how they feel about you without a doubt, without a question here. This feels like a confession that someone's been wanting to say for a long time but didn't know when it was the right time. Whether it's because now they've developed these feelings for you with receptive, that they're opening themselves to this possibility of developing something very serious with you. Especially those of you that have been finding white feathers a bit recently. This message is for you, okay? Okay, whoa, let's get a little more specific here. Tell me more about this message for Libra. Ego. Yeah, they were in their ego before, but there's something about you, Libra, that has helped them kind of purify that has helped them kind of put that aside. It's easier to block everything out right now. I'd rather ignore my emotions. This feels like who you were dealing with for a very long time. Someone that was just a rock. Like, you didn't know how they felt. You didn't know how they saw the situation. They would close up. They would, go silent. But that was definitely a defense mechanism. And maybe it's because, Libra, they felt something with you that kind of shook them a little bit. I do feel that now, though, with the purifying, receptive, and confessions, like someone has something to say that they're putting their ego aside for. They're putting that control aside to really tell you something. And I wonder if it's just because, I don't know, they're kind of sensing you're questioning this. They're kind of sensing if this is worth it anymore to some degree here. So let's dive right on in. I'm really curious. I'm hearing that someone goes by like a nickname. Maybe you've given them a nickname, or they give you one, or just like generally people know you by a different name than your government name. 4 swords, dead center, this Libra energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Libra or someone that has strong Libra in their chart. So yeah, I kind of feel this is something they've been thinking about for a really long time, and there are things that they've withheld from you just to protect themselves, but they're kind of seeing that they don't need to protect themselves from you anymore, Libra. And even further than that, it's actually kind of pushing you away. Maybe Libra, kind of being done with figuring it out, you just went a little bit silent and it spoke to them in a lot of ways. I'm going to go ahead and pull out all the cards first, and then we'll do a deep dive. But yeah, King of Swords. There's a conversation coming, a big conversation coming that they know they have to have with you. Hermit in reverse. Yep. Virgo energy. Yeah, Four of Pentacles in reverse. My goodness. There are 2 4s here. Your birthday could be October 4th, October 14th, perhaps September 24th for some of you guys. You could be seeing a lot of 4s from the universe. 444. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. So with this 2 of Pentacles, I feel very recently there's been a shift in your energy, Libra, where you've kind of put the ball in their court instead of making the initiative to reach out, instead of making the initiative to have the conversations you've been wanting to have with them. You've kind of are just like dropped all the chaos and said, you know what? It's their turn. It's their turn to kind of be in this guessing mode of what to do next, because I'm not going to be the only one that's trying to solve the issues here. So with this 2 of Pentacles here, I think there's been a lot that they've been kind of faced with as far as now being the ones that need to act. Someone could work 2 jobs and that has been taking up a lot of time. Or someone's in the process of leaving one job to start another. So that's been something that has also been kind of chaotic in someone's life generally. But with this 2 of Pentacles, yeah, I think, Libra, you put them on the spot to make a choice of what they're going to do, what they're willing to do. Because I think you've already done enough. Or that's how you felt when you left it here with this person. So let's get into it. Dead center is the 4 of Swords. Libra energy. So I do feel, you know, this person, it's taking them a bit of time to really be comfortable with this idea of being open with you. And again, I don't feel it's a personal thing. I think this is just how they are. They're very quiet, they're very guarded, they're very stern. They are not the most emotional people on earth. They're very analytical, they're very smart, definitely logical here, but when it comes to expressing how they feel, they're not that great at it. So with this 4 of Swords, I think they are taking the time now to, especially in this silence, if you've been giving them silence, to really think about what it would mean and what are the consequences and what are the benefits of coming forward and actually having the conversation they've been trying to avoid with you or haven't been ready to have with you before. And this is something that, again, they like to think before they act. And let me tell you, they've been thinking about this quite a bit now that you placed the ball in their court, Libra. I want to clarify this 4 of Swords so we can get a little bit more specific here. Tell me more. Gift. Ooh. Yeah, Libra, I think this is something they know they have to do now. This is something that would mean a lot to you should they finally just, you know, let go of the need to control the situation, need to control what image they want to put out there or how they want you to perceive them, and just give you what you want. It's long overdue, and I think this person is kind of realizing that as well. Bottom of the deck, Judication. Interesting. Someone could work in law enforcement or in law, criminal sciences type of thing. But with this Judication here, they don't want you to make a choice that they would end up regretting later. Because I feel, Libra, once your mind is made up, you're gone for good. Or that's at least how they're perceiving it. But again, this is kind of like the judge and the jury they have in their mind about you, trying to decide what is best. All right, if I tell Libra, what if they reject me? But what if they don't reject me? It's something that they overanalyze. Again, I think this person doesn't know how much of an overthinker they are, or how much they kind of complicate things by thinking too much about it. But nonetheless, it's happening here. But what's crossing this is the King of Swords. Aquarius energy. How to have this conversation with you. What do they need to say? How can they say this? Are they ready to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And again, I don't think they were lying to you, but I think they were withholding a lot that would help you understand where they're coming from, or that they even care. They definitely care, Libra. I see that here. And that's why they're kind of being open more to this receptiveness. I think you're kind of showing them in some ways, especially if you are a little bit more expressive about how you feel, a little bit more free-spirited than this person is, that, you know, being vulnerable is not a weakness, or telling me how you feel is not something I'm going to judge you over. Because I feel like that person, especially with judication that we just saw, just feels like if they were to tell you things before, you would have judged them for it. And maybe it's because in their own way, I don't feel like it's towards you, but they could just be kind of critical people in general, a little bit pessimistic, I guess. But having you around, Libra, has made their like perception of themselves or love a lot more softer. And they said that there's something about my voice, and I feel like there's something about the way you speak that they love. They love your voice, hearing it on the phone, hearing you moan. They've said that to someone before. What's crowning this is the Hermit in reverse. Virgo energy. So they know they need to come forward. They know that they've had enough time to think about it, honestly. And that it's time now to kind of fully be present with their truth. Anything that they could have been afraid of, or the ego that was holding them back, is really something that they've been working on to kind of shed, or to kind of make sense of, or to kind of address in their own way. Now, Libra, you may have gone in hermit mode due to, you know, trying to get this, it's like pulling teeth, trying to get this person to say anything. So you kind of just given them their space, and maybe this is why they're coming forward, is to pull you out of that shell again, because they miss having you around, they miss talking to you. They don't want you to withdraw from them. They don't want you to be isolated from them. But again, I think where maybe they were not so receptive before, they were resisting or they were defending, this experience with you has kind of changed them in this way, in this light. And I think, Libra, with the Hermit in reverse, you're going to see, or you've always kind of sensed, that they were a lot more sensitive than they thought they were. And so I think even that profound sensitivity was something they've always struggled with. And maybe they had to become like King of Swords energy because it wasn't accepted where they grew up. That was looked down upon if they were, you know, emotionally expressive of themselves. But there's a part of you, or a part of this experience with you, that has kind of opened or reopened this side of them again. What's reading this is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. More Capricorn energy. They see that their resistance has not been helpful. They see that their resistance has been making everything a lot more of a struggle. And again, it's pushed you away. And that was really the last thing consciously that they wanted to do. And I think they weren't really realizing that subconsciously. And it could be from, you know, really developed patterns that they had to kind of push people away, type of avoidant attachment type of issues that they were used to having. But they learned from you that it wasn't going to work with you, Libra. You need someone that is a partner. You need someone that is open. You need someone that is kind of like a ride or die in a sense. Not someone that just leaves you out to figure it out by yourself. And not that you can't do it, but because for you, a partnership is someone that is willing to work together on a common goal. And that's where I think things were out of it, right? But it's like, what do they want to tell you? The gift, yeah, I get. Maybe something that means something a lot to them, is dear to them. Maybe it is their heart in some way. I know that sounds a little corny, but it's true. Tell me more about this Four of Pentacles in reverse for Libra. Courtship. Another 4. Literally 444 is on the spread for you. Powerful. Yeah, I mean, just to be more open and honest with their feelings, and specifically how they feel about you, how you make them feel, why they want this with you. All those words that they were so resistant to kind of doing before, or maybe even Libra, for some of you, you felt like you were the one that was like pursuing this, and you want to be pursued sometimes, right? Like, it's not solely an ego thing, but yeah, you want to feel wanted, and maybe they kind of neglected that part of the connection here that they're now realizing you need, or that you need to hear. Yeah, high honor. You're really making them step up, Libra, in a way that they don't do often, in a way they're not used to doing. And so I feel with this high honor here, they're guided to do the right thing. And I think they're overcoming their ego to stay safe, to stay complacent, because you're worth that risk. And again, it's not a risk and that like there's danger to come with it, but for them, it's scary to be this open with someone. How they see you, Libra, or how they see the situation right now is the 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy. Some of you could have Scorpio rising or Scorpio moon. Doesn't have to be the case. But I feel with the 7 of Cups energy, yeah, again, like they're a lot more sensitive than they kind of ever identified themselves with being. And now that the possibility of you icing them out or being distant is happening, it's putting them through a lot of different emotions that they are now kind of sitting with. And yes, they're still analytical, they're still logical, so they're still digesting it all. But all these emotions are kind of surfacing that didn't before. And I wonder, Libra, too, if because of your shift or change in about how you went about this connection, it's kind of, they perceive it for being mixed signals. You're not kind of giving them the answer per se, but you're definitely trying to do something that will let them know that if they don't do something now, you're going to be gone for good, or that you'll be completely over it. And yeah, I feel for the 7 of Cups, for some of you guys, if it's not for you, it's not your message, but you are emotionally expressive. You do feel a lot. And whether it's because you have strong water in your chart, it's just who you are as a person. It's something that I feel they needed to see in order for them to be more accepting of their own emotions. It's like you're that mirror for them in a lot of ways, Libra. And although they may have thought you were emotional or sensitive before, you were just mirroring what they were refusing to allow for themselves. I don't know why, but with the 7 of Cups, they think you have like the most random thoughts. Or you just have like the funniest things you say that just like come out of the blue, but always crack them up. You have a good imagination. I wonder if some of you have like artistic capabilities, skills, or talents, but you're kind of like a daydreamer. And I think that's part where you kind of balance out their, very analytical side. And you too, Libra, you're an air sign, right? Like you definitely have that intelligence and that logical side to you, but you also have this like wealth and depth of emotion, of spirituality. That is something they're not used to or used to being around. So I feel, Libra, overall, with all these emotions that are starting to surface, underlining, there's this conscious side of them that is like, it's time to tell the truth. It's time to be more open. It's time to speak on it. I need to. Because Libra deserves to know the truth. Libra deserves to know how I really feel. And it's not really worth losing you, Libra. They know they've been, defensive. They know they've been pushing you away, and they know it's been kind of confusing for you just because they didn't know how to pursue it. But I think they've thought about this for long enough. And definitely, I think they're getting the message that something needs to be done. I'm also seeing someone with a red ink tattoo. That may be very specific about who I'm talking about here as well. All right, Libra, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month that you need to be aware of, know about, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of the situation. Just pull some more cards to dive deeper into this situation. If you still have any questions, let's go ahead and get those answered now. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Libra, I really hope this reading resonated with you, has confirmed a lot for you about what's to come, what's happening, and if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Libra, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Libra.